I should probably put that on the options menu, just so it doesn't go to the demo. There we go. Wow, this layout for the stream chat is actually pretty much the same. So per usual, even though this is a different method I'm using to stream this time, I am going to spend the next minute linking this stream to other servers, so 1 minute. Alright, so far the stream is looking pretty okay. There is a bit of a delay, of course, but you know, this is YouTube, of course there's a delay to the stream. It's about over 10 seconds. Well, that is unfortunate. Or is it really moving? Okay, there we go. Wow, over 15 seconds, the delay. Kind of unfortunate considering the original Studio Classic had a better, had a much, smaller delay in terms of the chat and my gameplay. But, you know, oh well. Hello Dylan. Green Raccoon, good to see you too. Does 32 bits make this game 3D? Unfortunately, it does not. Well, actually, there are a couple of 3D sections in this game, but for the most part, you're basically dealing with 2D sprites. But I'm keeping it at 16-bit because I don't want the quality to be too good. You know, my laptop unfortunately can't handle that type of graphics. So, yep, everything seems to be in order here. The stream is looking good. Unfortunately, I do not have the usual transparent chat on the stream. That was an unfortunate thing that I had to omit from the from switching to live control room, which is the new live stream methods that YouTube implemented. Don't know how to feel about it yet. This is basically just testing grounds for it at the moment. And this is also the first time I'll be streaming Touhou in about like a year or so. Gosh, it really has been forever. So this is also going to be a test for that to see if the settings are good. I know a channel that has a 30-second delay, so you could do worse. Alright, well, as long as it isn't a minute, because that's where it gets really awful. I guess we could stop that demo, and, well, I guess I better welcome you guys to the stream. What's up, everyone? This is Spirit RoseWolf, and I am back for another live stream. This time it isn't Shin Megami Tensei, Majin Tensei, or Shin Megami Tensei If. This time we're actually going to do a bit of a test, like I said a minute ago. This is mostly just a test for YouTube's new streaming service, as well as a test for these types of games. Today we'll be playing Touhou 6, Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. Yeah, that is a very English title. Made in 2002 by Zune. This is the 6th game of the Touhou franchise, which, for those of you that might not know, is a very popular Japanese doujin series that originally started about 20 years ago and has basically stayed strong with their main genre of bullet hell games. those of you who have played stuff like Gradius or Galaga, I think? Yeah. Those types of games where you basically are on an isometric stage shooting down ships and enemies from the top, while you, as your character, which is usually a ship in most games, shoot down the opponents. As you can see from this demo yet again, that is basically what it is. Except with Touhou, it is not necessarily ships that you shoot down, it is monsters, fairies, stuff like that. And instead of you, your playable character, and my dog is going crazy in the background, but you know, that's never bothered anyone before. So instead of you, your player character, playing as a ship, you are playing as essentially a magical girl. And Touhou is like this really crazy series full of so much lore and magic, and it's nuts. And it is also one of my favorite video game series of all time, so we are going to show that off today. So let us get into the game, shall we? And just as a reminder, yes, I can see the chat. It is not showing up in the live stream preview, but be sure that I can definitely see your comments. I am using my phone in the background to see it. So, like most arcade shoot-em-ups, we have multiple difficulties. Easy mode, if for easy people who are good at STGs. STGs. I do not know what that means exactly, but yeah, easy mode, normal mode for most people, hard mode for arcade difficulty, and my favorite for descriptions wise, lunatic for weird people. It is definitely for very weird people. The hardest difficulty in the game, and as you can see through the abbreviations, you can only get through 5 stages. There's a total of 6 stages in this game, and in order to get to the final stage, you would need to play normal or higher. So anyone who wants to start with easy mode, don't think you can get to the final boss by just playing through easy mode. So, like I said, I haven't played Touhou in over a year. Yeah, I haven't played it ever since the last live stream. So this is basically going to be new, and you're going to be watching a noob play a Touhou game. Let's see how fun that is. So in that case, we will be playing through normal mode. You play as a magical lolly. Spirit is a chat confirmed. Yeah, they basically are lollies, aren't they? Dylan, you're right, they do look like lollies. So yeah, we have 2 playable characters. We have the Shrine Maiden, Miss Shrine Maiden of the Hakuri Shrine, Rimu Hakure, or the Magician character, a Oriental Western magician, even though she's not Western, Marissa Kirasame. Both these characters have, I believe, 2 different shot types, if I actually select them right here. Yes, 2 different shot types that they can choose through, and each shot type gives a different array of, well, bullet patterns. But as for most parts, the characters themselves have their own stats. Rimu is kind of slow compared to Marissa. She's more of a fast character. Rimu's attack range is very high, which means she can attack most enemies all throughout the screen. Meanwhile, Marissa's attack range can only hit in one direction, meaning you're basically just shooting out one laser in one single direction, and if you have a bunch of enemies swarming you on all sides of the screen, you're probably not going to have a good time. And as for attack power, both of them are marginally powerful, but Marissa is definitely the most powerful, although you can get Rimu to be pretty powerful if you give her a certain shot type. It mostly depends on the shot types that you choose for the characters. As for Rimu, she has a shot type that gives her homing properties. Her bullets home in on enemies, and her second shot type is the one that gives her more power. She sacrifices a bit of range and the homing shots for more powerful needle shot types, which is basically just more damage. As for Marissa, she has basically mostly stuff that has to do with damage. Damage and range. The magic missiles is, I believe, something that can only hit in one direction. It's very short in range, and you don't really get much mileage if you have the boss all the way on the other side of the screen. So you're basically going to have to end up being right under the boss if you choose the magic missiles. By the way, magic missiles, I love that little reference right there. And then there's the illusion laser, which has a chance of creating a laser for a small duration of time after a couple seconds. It's a little hard to explain. I don't really understand the appeal of illusion laser. Although most of the appeal for this shot type probably has to do with the spell card, which is essentially the character's bombs. Basically, if you're trapped in a tight situation, you can press the X button to initiate a bomb that pretty much clears all the bullets on the screen and even does a bit of damage to enemies and bosses. So yeah, each character has their own shot types, their own merits, their own bombs, so it's a wide array of replayability. I mean, that's pretty much what shmups are known for, their replayability. So Marissa, the old school way of playing bullet hells. Yeah, basically, Rimu's sort of a casual character. You know, she's made basically for the casual demographic, mostly because she has the homing bullets. I'm kind of tempted to start with homing Emulate Reimu, but I'll actually leave this to the chat. So what do you guys think? Should we start with Reimu or Marissa? And after that, we'll choose the shot type. I should also explain the hidden perks of these characters. While Marissa is very fast, she also has a giant hitbox. Hitbox is, if you know your bullet hells, are basically your tiny little pixel that is essentially what needs to be hit if you die. I mean, if it's the tiny pixel that is essentially your character's life. If it gets hit by a bullet, then you basically die. Reimu has the short hitbox, the small hitbox. Marissa has a bigger hitbox, but she more than makes up for it with her power, which means she can easily take care of bosses' attacks. It's a little hard to explain, but once we get into gameplay, I'm sure it'll all come to me after that. So Green Raccoon says Marissa, alrighty. And now we have two different shot types. We have the magic missiles, which are more so made for... Actually, these two are basically just power and range. Yeah, so both don't really have that much range, but they do have a lot of power. As for the spell cards, well, Stardust Reverie and Master Spark, we'll definitely show those off if we choose them. So, I'll leave this decision to you guys. Should we go with the magic missiles or the illusion lasers? Magic spell card or love spell card? Will we shoot love at the enemies and do it Undertale style? We will make them fall in love with us and no fighting. What is that, a pacifist run? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a pacifist run. Oh, that's another game I really need to play too. Undertale. I have it downloaded on my laptop, so maybe one of these days, maybe. Haven't you played D&D? Magic missiles never misses. Alrighty, magic missiles it is. Well, I mean, it never misses. I mean, as long as you're right under the character, the boss, then of course it never misses. So this is Touhou, the first Windows game of the Touhou franchise. That's right, this game originally started on an old platform, an old Japanese platform called the PC-98, which is essentially made to be a gaming PC for those who really want to play games on a much more graphically intensive software. You know, stuff like the Nintendo, the SNES, and the Genesis couldn't really implement stuff of a higher caliber like the PC-98. Of course, the PC-98 is mostly known for its visual novels, so, you know, it kind of flopped there. Although, the Touhou series did start its beginnings on the PC-98. And then Touhou 6 happened, and they transitioned to the Windows system of PCs. And now, here we are. You know, in the original games, it was all just sprites, but as we see here in the background, they do have a bit of 3D going on. So, as you see here in gameplay, the red power-ups are the power, and the blue power-ups is basically the point system. And I'm pausing it here because the dialogue doesn't actually freeze. It actually transitions after a couple seconds. So, you know, I want to pause so I can actually look at the chat and actually discuss about what I want to say. And yeah. So yeah, this is basically how the game is. You go through 6 stages that are basically a bullet hell Finanzi. Is that even a word? Finanzi? I think I just made that up. But yeah, you basically go through 6 stages, and at the end you encounter a boss, where you have some dialogue, and some pretty funny dialogue, I must say. The series has its charm in the story, the dialogue, and the characters, where everything is basically nonsense, but the characters are so adept to the nonsense that they just don't even care. And also the music. The music is probably the second best part of this franchise. I could go on and on about the music, but you know, let's continue and see what this boss is about. The first boss of the Windows Touhou series. This feeling, it's kind of... If she were here, she'd probably say, "It feels great out tonight." She's talking about Reimu. It's not her though. I hate the night. Well, okay then. There are only weirdos around this time. Who are you calling a weirdo? Oh, the girl who has her arms sticking out. Nobody's talking about you here. The yokai of darkness, Rumia. See how fast I need to talk about this? Because the dialogue just transitions like that. Of course not. So why are you stretching your arms out? Doesn't this look like it's saying, "The saint was crucified"? Ooh. It looks like humanity started using the decimal systems. I believe that's a mistranslation. It's more funny in the Japanese version, I think. But our first boss battle against Rumia, the yokai of darkness. You'd think that a yokai that has the title of darkness, and who is canonly known to manipulate darkness, such a very powerful concept, she would be powerful, but no, she's actually not. She's a stage 1 boss. And here's her spell card, which are basically just attacks. They all have names though. Night Sign Nightbird. A little easy, a little too simple. Basically just swerve through the patterns and get out of the bullets. Just like that. And she summoned lasers. Thankfully they don't spawn immediately, so you have time to process the situation and get out of the way. This is basically just the first boss of any Touhou game. Pretty simple to get through, as long as you have enough power to beat her attacks and get her HP down to the point where you can get the collectibles. And unfortunately, I timed this out, so I didn't get any collectibles. Darkness Sign, Demarcation. Another very simple spell, unless you panic. Yeah, every first-time player will probably panic at this attack, considering there is so much aiming at you. But as long as you swerve, keep swerving, and try to, there's a term for it. Making a bullet go in one position when it's aimed at you, and then immediately running to the opposite side of the screen. What is the word? Streaming, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. But yeah, that is a term used for tricking bullets that are aimed at your position to stream them off of your position by slowly tapping the movement button. It's a little complicated to explain, but you know, like I said before, this series has a lot of tactics and tricks, and you basically have to know exactly what you're doing. And my phone is about to die, so if you'll excuse me, I will get my charger real quick and I will put it onto my phone. There we go. I was literally sitting on my charger. How did I not notice that? Is you and Owen in this game? Actually, yes, Green Raccoon, it is. It is the extra boss theme of Flandres Scarlet. I don't think we'll be able to see it tonight, but, you know, maybe someday. I've never actually beaten an extra stage before, and I'm hoping Flandre will be my first extra stage that I beat. because I've heard that she's the easiest, so, you know, it's also why I chose Touhou 6 to be my first game to come back to. So, let us get back into the dialogue. She's lower than a human. I bet she doesn't even have 10 fingers. I believe that has something to do with the decibel line that she said before. Marissa, you are so spunky. Never change. In terms of playable characters, I say Marissa is probably my favorite, although Rimu is really great too. Lake Sign Water Magus. We are now traveling through, or over, the Lake of Mist? I think it has an actual name, but my brain is at a blank at the moment. This usually happens when I play Touhou games, because I can't really process things at the same time while I am shooting, and you know what, that sounds really wrong now that I think about it. But, you know, we are going over a lake to get to the Scarlet Devil Mansion, which is our target for this game. And on the way we meet one of the fairies, a mid-boss. A pretty popular mid-boss in the fandom, or in most games, because she actually returns. Although she doesn't have a canon name, most of the fandom refers to her as Daimse, which I believe translates to giant fairy, something like that. It basically stuck. And can I defeat her before the timer runs out? Yes! And through beating her, I get a bomb piece. Or just a bomb, a regular bomb. Which I probably won't use. And now diamonds are raining from the sky, or I think it's actually ice. Which makes sense considering the boss that we're going to fight has an ice theme to her. And my first death. I run straight into the ice. That has actually never happened before. I've never actually ran straight into the ice. That is... At least my first death wasn't in the first stage. Overall, the stream is looking pretty good on my phone. No unneeded lag in terms of the video. The quality is looking okay. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good test. So I'd say this is a series that I can probably play through live streams for most occasions. You know, sometimes when I don't feel like playing an RPG or Shin Megami Tensei, I'll probably play this instead. Is the boss a love-struck tomboy? Green Raccoon, you know your stuff. I see you too. Know your Touhous. Yes, she is a bit of a love-struck tomboy. Although I would call her a baka. I'm pretty sure the island was around here. Could it be moving? Also, it's almost summer. Why is it so cold? Maybe because you're wearing a giant dress. Ooh. Ice Fairy of the Lake, Cherno. You won't ever walk on land again. So you're the one making it cold. Better than being hot, don't you think? That's the perfect voice for it. How cold of you. Marissa. There's nothing wrong with that. Makes you wonder, eh? I love her. I love her sass and sarcastic nature. Gotta misstream these. Got it. Alright. These are some pretty giant patterns, and unfortunately... Okay, good. This is more so scary than difficult. I don't think I'm going to kill her before the... Oh, I did. Never mind. Ice Sign Icicle Fall. On easy mode, this spell is truly easy if you just stay at the top of the screen. I've never beaten this spell before. Can I? Nope, I always die when trying to go into those bullets. On normal difficulty, you're basically just supposed to go through those ice bullets and try to get out that way. But unfortunately, I couldn't do that. Now she's shooting lasers. Ice lasers? Maybe. But yes, this is Cherno the Ice Fairy. She's a bit of a baka, unfortunately. Freeze sign, perfect freeze. This is actually going to trick you because she freezes the bullets like that, and then she scatters them. Very scary, especially for first-time players. I don't know what this is on higher difficulty, but yeah, it can probably trick you up sometimes. Snow Sign, Diamond Blizzard, her last spell card, and it's mostly just a frenzy of attacks. Frenzy of icicle shards just raining down all over the place. Keep your eyes on around your location, and as long as you have good reflexes, you'll be fine. Haha. Oh man, I didn't lose any lines to Cherno, did I? No, wait, I lost to Icicle Fall. Yeah, overall not bad. I always lose a life to Icicle Fall, so you know I'm not upset about that at all. September 1st. Oh, that meme has ruined Cherno forever. But you know what? The video was funny. It was hilarious. Man, short sleeves aren't such a good idea here. I should find a place that serves tea soon. And that's it. Well, lucky for Marissa, the next stage will have a sort of tea in its name. Shanghai Tea House, Chinese tea, that is the name of the song. And this is a pretty wonderful song. Touhou in general has such amazing music. And actually, we are about to get to one of my favorite tracks in this game. Well, actually, probably not my favorite. It used to be my favorite. The boss battle theme of this stage. It used to be my favorite when I first played this game back in like 2012. That's how long I've been with the series, but yeah. That's definitely changed now that I've gotten to like listen to the later stage themes. But yeah, in terms of Touhou and music, both of those work very well together. Touhou in general has just an incredible soundtrack, composed by the creator who basically does everything for the entire series. He basically does the art, the programming, the sprite work, the artwork, and the music. A one-man studio who goes by the name of Zune. And his music, he will always be a composer at heart, but he basically learned programming in order to make games that could couple with his music. Flower sign, gorgeous sweet flower. This is a little bit of a tricky spell. Just watch the openings and try to shoot her out as fast as you can. Damn it, gotta run for now. She got away. And I got a life from that. Sweet. I'll never get a life from this. I'm just kidding. And now we have fairies that are shooting down giant pillars of kunais. Don't try to go into those patterns, but be wary of the last volley of those type of fairies at the end. Try to find an opening from these fairies bullets. Alright, I got rid of some of them, so I made the right side a little bit more easy to go through. And that's it for stage 3. Whew. Evening, James. Reminds me of Space Invaders or Galaga. I knew I was right with Galaga. Sorta ish. But you mostly got it right with Galaga. Think Galaga, but with anime lollies. Even though most of them are demons, like 1,000-year-old demons or something like that. In fact, I think there's only like 3 humans in this game total. Which in the entire franchise, there's like 20 humans, so that's definitely a lot. Alright, next battle is, I believe, Mei Ling. Yes, here she is. What is it, Snake? Thanks back there. Long time no see. Hey, wait a minute. When did I meet you? Chinese girl Hong Mei Ring. Mei Ring. Oh, right. R and L. Forgot about that. A few moments ago, right? Oh yeah, I ran into some weirdo then. Whatever. You're in my way. I'm assuming you're the guard here. And for that reason, I'm in your way. So you are a guard. I like Mei Ling's outfit. It actually does look like a guard outfit, especially the star on her hat. I'm a normal person who just guards. She's actually a dragon yokai or something like that. So then you're a normal person. I guess you'll have to punish me here. Oh my. How the heck were you brought up? Same way I was. Mei-Ling, same way I was. And this music is what used to be my favorite in the entire game. It changed after listening to the other tracks, but it's still really great. I forgot the name though, but next spell card, Rainbow Sign, Rainbow Windshine. Very difficult, for me at least. You gotta get through the tight swerves like that. I almost died there. Ooh, I almost used a bomb. I almost death bombed. Oh, and now she's sending out her fairy army. You can kill the fairies, but they'll just respawn afterwards. So you might just wanna. I'm starting to panic because I did not expect to survive that last spell card. I always panic when I get to these Touhou rooms. This is a pretty easy attack as long as you keep your eyes open for those giant openings. Overall, she has very easy non-spells, very difficult spell cards. Colorful Sign, Rainbow, Colorful Sign, Colorful Flower, Colorful Rain. Sorry, I can't really read while dodging all of these bullets, and I was blindsided. I did not see those bullets to the right. I have not used a spell card yet either. I'll probably have to use one to this one. Colorful Sign, Extreme Color Typhoon. Like the last stage boss's final spell, it's basically just a volley of multiple attacks in all directions. And I use my spell card. Stardust Reverie. Clears all the bullets with magical stars. See? I died as soon as she died. Damn it, she took me out with her. Oh man, 2 lives to Hong Mei-Ling. Not bad, but you know, I could have done better. Maybe magical lesbian lollies if the fandom has any say. Oh, Green Raccoon, you have no idea. You're the only one who doesn't know. Why, hello there. Oh, hello there, Yusuf. It's good to see you. I'm surprised you're awake, although you probably should be awake at this moment. I think it's like morning where you are. In that case, you probably should be in school. Spirit, when you get the chance, can we talk later? Yeah, sure, James. Oh man, but this boss battle, kind of disappointed in how I handled it, except for the first spell card. That was actually pretty well done. I never survived that spell card before, and oh, that was pretty awesome. Just as I thought, it really isn't my style to battle normal people. This has gotta be a joke. It is, because you're not normal. He's probably the least normal here. Wait, they really are lesbians? Not really, Green Raccoon, but the fandom has basically made all of them lesbians. There's really in the Touhou fandom, there's only like all the playable characters or the characters in the games are mostly just girls. So you know, the fandom has a lot of fun with all the characters of this franchise. And now we are in stage 4 of the Magical Library. This stage is horrible because it lasts forever. This is one of those stages that I wish would end very quickly, but it doesn't. It just keeps going on, and when you think it's over, no, you are wrong. Because it keeps going and going and going. There's a bunch of long pauses. It makes you hopeful that it will end, but no, it just turns out it doesn't. And I had to squeeze into there. And then there's these fairies, which when you kill one of them, they basically clear all of the bullets on the screen. My dog is going really crazy in the background. He's probably playing with someone. How cute of him. But yeah, this first part isn't really that hard. Once these books show up though, this is where it gets a little difficult. You can't really kill these books very easily, and they continuously spam attacks like this. Oh, thankfully they go away pretty quickly. And here's the second mid-boss who has no official name, but most of the fandom refers to her as Kokuma. I don't know what Kokuma means, but you know, it's also the name that I refer to her as well. She may be a nameless character, but the fandom has really did wonders for her. I'm suspicious. Why aren't these guys attacking? Okay, there they are. They're attacking now. At least this stage has a really awesome theme. I mean, that's basically what you can say for all Touhou stages that are terrible. And then there's these books that spam the lasers attacks like this. Thankfully, they're very easy to dodge, so, you know, you don't have to worry about them all too much. Oh, you might want to kill this fairy as soon as possible to get rid of all the bullets on the stage, on the stage, yes, and then dodge through what's left. This is a good strategy that you should use. And then just stream these giant rows of bullets all the way to the right. This is the point of the game where you have to implement a bit of strategy, and unfortunately I think well, yeah. I could have gotten out of that, but I didn't want to. I think I also got a life from that. I heard the life jingle. Oh, not again! At least Stardust Reverie goes all around the screen. And this is the part where you have to constantly shoot these things, and I don't think I can make it. Okay, good, I make it. Never mind. Oh, by the way, if you have full power and you go all the way to the top of the screen, you actually collect all of the collectibles. You can only do that when you have max power, though. In later games, they change it to where you can collect all the collectibles if you go on the top of the screen. On any power level you want, but at the moment I can only do it when I'm max power. So what are you guys saying? It's actually 2 AM. I should be sleeping. Oh, Yusef. I didn't even know I was a mod. I think I gave you that a long time ago, Yusef. I don't actually remember. Either way, you can still keep it. Because they're only girls. Yeah, pretty much Green Raccoon. There are a couple of guys in the series, but it's mostly a girl-oriented cast. I'm trying to grind on GTA 5 online, trying to get money lately. Yeah, I've heard from my brother getting money in that game is a huge hassle. In fact, it's such a hassle that he even paid real-life money in order to get money in the game. I finished Baldur's Gate a week ago, playing Sage of Dragonspear at the moment. Oh, interesting, Green Raccoon. Well, I recently bought 2 games that were actually on sale on GameStop. One was Bendy and the Ink Machine, which is something I know Arsenal will love for me to play. And the other was Sonic Mania Plus, which I've been meaning to play for such a long time. I want to go back to Skyrim. I really need to play Skyrim, James. Never actually played it, but a lot of people in my circle do love it. Last game I played was Final Fantasy X-2. I used to grind on Final Fantasy X as well. Oh, you finished X-2, Yusef? So, what do you think of pop star Yuna? Even though she technically wasn't a pop star at the beginning, and the second song that she technically sung, which is actually technically her first song that she sung, it's very complicated, was sort of like a slow ballad. Either way, what do you think of pop star Yuna? Anyone got an Xbox? Well, you know I got one, James. So let's get back to the dialogues while you guys are replying. Whoa, so many books! I'll just quietly borrow some later. Oh yeah, Marissa is a thief. She is a thief at nature. And here she is. Don't take any books, please. I love this theme song. Locked Girl. One of my favorites. I'm gonna take them. She's so like me. The girl of knowledge and sunshade. Actually, knowledge. Let's see, how to passively kill something black that's in front of you. That is racist, Patchouli. Is that actually written there? If so, that book is so racist. My eyes have been getting worse lately. Isn't that because the room is so dark? Perhaps I lack iron. Yeah, you and me both, Patchouli. I think you mean vitamin A. What about you? I have enough. Plenty of things. Then I'll dig it. I'm really delicious. What? Are we suddenly cannibals now? Patchouli is a yokai though, or I think she's a witch. which is technically a classification of yokai in this series. I don't really get it, but she's a witch who is essentially immortal. So I guess that whole "I'm gonna eat your lion" does make sense. As far as Elder Scroll is concerned, I'm more of an Oblivion kind of guy. Yeah, that's actually the game I'm going to try out. Elder Scroll Oblivion. I think it's on the Xbox Game Pass, which I do own, and I could probably play whenever I want. It's how I got all the Fallout games, actually. I got many Xboxes. Do ya, Green Raccoon? Awesome. No, I haven't yet. I just left my Switch back at home, so I already know about Popstar Yuna though. She's cool. Yeah, I feel the same way. You know, a lot of people were really disappointed with that change, but it makes sense for her character. You know, the soft-spoken summoner who accepted her fate in Final Fantasy X, and now in X-2, where the world is basically at peace, she can now come out of her shell and basically do what she always wanted to do in life, and that's sing a Japanese opening song in scantily clad dresses. Yeah, X-2 is a little weird, but it's a good kind of weird. It's a weird that I like. Oh man. I bought 10 and 10-2 recently. I'm definitely gonna play those for a live stream. That'll probably be on Twitch though, so look forward to that, guys. Anyway, let's get back into the game. Let's see how to easily remove unneeded portions of food. Wow, that book has everything. Non-directional lasers! Marissa will actually steal that attack in the next game. Or at the very least, the game's following. Oh, that attack is very annoying. I walled myself. I couldn't get through that. You have to misdirect these. Can I kill her before she... It takes... Okay, good. Wood sign, Sylphe Horn. She is a witch that uses the 7 elements of the Chinese elemental table. I believe it's Chinese. And one of these signs of the elements is wood. And this attack is very weird because it comes at a corner. Fun fact, all of these spell cards actually change depending on the character that you're playing as and the shot type that you're playing as. So I'm playing as Marissa A at the moment, which is the magic missiles. If I was playing as Marissa B, I would have a completely different spell card list against Patchouli. I think I walled myself. No, I didn't. This is so confusing. I'm just gonna use a bomb. I am scared. I hate this boss battle. Fire sign, Agony Shine High Level. That is a weird fire sprite in my opinion. Just gotta get... I panicked. I panicked so badly. It's a good thing I have a lot of bombs to spare. So she's fire and wood. So now she's going to combine those elements. Fire and wood sign, Forest Blaze. Actually makes kind of sense. That fire almost hit me. I ran into the fire. And the flames. Oh, I am not going to lose 2 lives to the same spell card. But she also has 1 more left. Earth and Metal Sign. Emerald Megalith. Emerald Megalith. It's cool, she's actually using green, so it is kind of like Emerald. Fun fact, the bubble bullets are actually smaller than they are shown. The hitbox on them is much smaller, so always keep that in mind if you're playing a Touhou game. Those bubble bullets, the sprite is actually the transparent part in the center, or at least close to that. Whew. Get the Game of the Year edition for Oblivion since it has most of the essential DLC like Knights of the Nine and Shimmering Isle. Well, I hope they have that on Game Pass. If not, then I'll just add it to my list of games to buy. I miss game. Don't we all, James? Smash Bros. My favorite is actually Smash Bros. Brawl, which is the last Smash Bros. That I technically played. Unfortunately, I never owned a Wii U and Switch to play the other games, so Brawl is basically where I stopped. Final Fantasy X2 intro, Final Fantasy X intro. I will agree with you there, Yosef. That is That is a really killer intro, and I do love the song. No matter what language it's in. Anyone want to watch Sonic? Only if it's the adventure games. I do actually have the adventure games. James, Sonic X. Have you ever watched that? Because if so, you know, it's a pretty cool show. Especially if you watch the Japanese version. In my opinion, I think the Japanese version does better because it has a much better OST. It has the same issue as Digimon, where it changed all of the OST and storylines and censored a lot. I hate when shows do that. When anime does that, they just censor everything, including the music. Why the music? Oh, you're talking about the movie. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing the movie when that comes out. Yosef, I don't think you saw it, but they actually changed the design of Sonic, so he actually looks more like his video game counterpart now. So I'll definitely have to show you that trailer later if you haven't seen it. So let's continue with the story now. You defeated Patchouli. Magic seems like your forte. You're not hiding anything more, are you? I'm so anemic. I can't even recite the spells. Yeah, Patchouli suffers from asthma, so unfortunately, being a magician that needs to recite spells, you know, verbally recite spells, it's kind of an issue for her. Which kind of makes her a bit of a underdog when you really think about it. She was able to hold out her own in stage 4 of all things. But now we are in stage 5, the part in the game where shit goes fucking down, especially in this game, because the stage 5 boss in this game is pathetically difficult. I meant pathetic in the sense of what I just did. I was about to use a bomb, but I couldn't. And I think I have no more lives, so this may not be a 1cc run, and it was never meant to be a 1cc run because I doubted that I would get to the final stage with all my lives. But hey, we can at least get as far as we can. I'm just gonna use a bomb on that. Again, I haven't played a Touhou game in a year, so I don't... I question my skills. Let's just see how far I can take this without it, until it becomes a whole mess. I remember Sonic X coming on whenever I was sick on Saturdays when I was a kid. Same Green Raccoon. I remember watching Sonic X and really loving it. But of course I didn't know about the Japanese. Actually, I did know about, what is her name? Molly, the girl who died in the Japanese version, but for some reason they censored it in the English version by having her not die, but simply going away from the battle and just never reappearing again. I remember reading that online when I was when I first got my internet, and I was like, what? Why did they do that? The innocence of not knowing censorship of American anime. Those were the times, those were the times. Oh, hey, Scar's here. Nice to see you too, Sky. And no cookies for you. The other alternative is the 4Kids version. Yeah, 4Kids. The kings of censorship. I'm kind of glad that they went out of business. At least I think they went out of business. They at least stopped dubbing animes. Although, I don't know. By the way, I did notice that attempt at a streaming Strange Journey. Yes, Yosef, I saw your comments. Yeah, unfortunately my laptop at the moment can't run DS emulators. So for now I can't stream anything Strange Journey, Devil Survivor, or Pokemon DS related, which were all things that I was planning to do until I get my new gaming PC that one of my friends told me about. Those will unfortunately have to be put on hold. But make no mistake, once I get my new gaming PC, Strange Journey is going to be the first game I play. Who knows, if the gaming PC is strong enough, I may even be able to record 3DS games. It's a stretch, but I do know there's a 3DS emulator out there, and might purchase Deep Strange Journey, or Strange Journey Redux, however it's called. Who knows, who knows. I just noticed you, Scar. I noticed you. Senpai noticed you. Now you can stop. Let's continue. Unfortunately, Dylan isn't here to see this, but we're fighting one of his favorite characters. Cleaning is something. The mistress is going to be angry at me. We're fighting a maid! A maid who can control time and space. She is the Rule 63 version of Dio, I think? Yeah. Rule 63 version of Dio. And she really loves knives. So much knives. I'm surprised I'm not killing her yet. Alright. Strange art. Misdirection. I did a misdirection there. And that did not work at all. Okay, well that's all my lives for this continue. So, this will not be a 1cc run. A 1 count continue, I think is the abbreviation of it. So we are going to use a continue and just move on and try to see how far we can get. Full power! I had no idea how to dodge that. I think the trick to this is basically in the name, misdirection. Unfortunately, I do not remember how to misdirect this. There is a pattern on how to do this spell. I used 2 bombs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sakuya is where I lose all of my bombs and lives at this point in the game. Everything is basically lost at the Stage 5 boss in pretty much every Touhou game. Stage 5 bosses are usually the point in the game where they pull out all the stops. And thankfully I was able to misdirect those, but not Sakuya's attack. Huh. Hey Spirit, you should back up all of your streams to Twitch and BitChute. BitChute? I've never heard of that. Since YouTube's about to take down any video that don't turn a profit, which is 90% of all channels. I knew they were so adamant on channels complying with the new requirements of the COPPA law, but I didn't know they would be deleting all the channels that aren't turning a monetary value. That's just not right. That is not fair at all. Well, I guess I'll just have to buy a USB and back up all of my videos. Thankfully, I at least have a couple of my SMT1 streams, so it shouldn't be that long to back them up. But yeah, that is a good idea. Unfortunately, I have to do that. Who knows, maybe YouTube will see the error of their ways and change. Yeah, what a fantasy that is. I didn't know you could even stream on BitChute. I don't even know what that is. I'll have to look that up later. Wait, is it called a dagger? Then call it knives. Nah, it's basically knives. There's some good soda. Unfortunately, my throat is really killing me, so instead I'm actually going to drink a water. Drinks a soda and then immediately takes a chug of water. That is a weird mixture. I don't think it's YouTube's fault, it's the government. Unfortunately, yeah, it seems like they're being forced into this, Scar. Actually, we talked about it yesterday. Yeah, it does really seem like they're forced to basically comply with this law, which it sucks. Which really does suck, but, you know. Oh well. You can't, but you can post them as videos on BitChute. I might have to do that. If anything, I can just back up all my streams and upload them to BitChute, and then have like a few second videos on YouTube linking to those. If it comes down to that, then I may just have to go with that. But you know, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully YouTube changes for the better. Spirit's drinking Mountain Dew. Actually, it's Coca-Cola. You're getting in my way of cleaning again. Oh look, a maid. I'll be arrested by the Washington Convention if I catch you. Oh no, the government has even infected Touhou. Oh no, magicians are creatures who deserve mercy. Maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, Sakuya Izayoi. Have mercy. So, were you hired to work here? All these characters are so sarcastic. Again, my people. Hey, that doesn't sound bad. But you don't look like someone who can clean. Ooh, I can't. She's right. So, what's your job? A love doll? Okay, I don't like where this is headed, even though I strangely do like how this is headed. I don't know how to feel about this. More like maintenance staff, if you know what I mean. You're saying love dolls belong in junior high. Stop. Stop. Alright, then you start immediately. Have I introduced myself? I am Sakuya, the chief maid. So if I defeat you, I become chief maid, right? More people have said that and died than there are thorium decay products. Well, that is very specific. It's a rather average number. Yeah, I know, right? Your time is mine. How does Marissa know about that? An old-fashioned witch like yourself has no chance. Bring it on, you Time Lord maid. That's right, she can manipulate time. Exactly like Dio. She controls time, throws knives, and wears pads. Oh no, I'm about to get knifed, and I immediately got knifed. That was not on purpose. That was actually my fault. Perfectly timed. Illusion Existence Clock Corpse. And as you see here, she'll show off her main ability. She stops time, and then uses her spatial distortion ability to lay multiple knives all over the field. And these ones are aimed at your direction, although some of them are also aimed in a certain position. She's covering all her bases. Now you may be asking, why doesn't she just stop time, go straight up to Marissa, and then just slit her throat? Well, that would be against the Danmaku rules, or spell card rules, which is the rules that basically everyone in this franchise follow. Little hard to explain, but basically no lethal actions against people in these types of battles. I may have to go through those rules one of these days, because they're actually pretty interesting, and in terms of the lore, you know, they add a lot to it. Illusion Image Luna Clock. Another one where she stops time, but this time, she has the knives go in multiple different directions. Random directions even. She is very difficult in this spell card, because it is very random, and you could potentially get a very horrible combination, where you're basically walled in no matter what. Also, her knives bounce off of the walls. Again, another factor due to her spatial distortion ability. Also, the knives have really giant hitboxes in this game, which they don't in later games. There's a big issue, which is very difficult to predict certain areas to go through. Made secret skill marionette. Just random knives all over the place. Be careful not to get walled. Unfortunately, I got walled there. And yeah, doesn't seem that hard until she adds more knives to it like that. Ooh, and sometimes they bounce off of the screen like that. Bouncing knives, random knives, and then adding more to the pattern. It is just horrifying. Stage 5 bosses in general have these types of gimmicks that make them unique. Sakuya has her time manipulation, and later bosses sometimes have these types of abilities that makes battles very unique and very difficult. Like some of them have they can move faster than the speed of sound, which allows them to change the speed of your character. Some of them can some of them are like double battles, where you have to fight two people at once, and that's horrifying. And what is another one that's really difficult? Oh yeah, there's one stage 5 boss that actually flips the entire screen upside down, which also flips your controls. Isn't that fun? Touhou in a nutshell. Touhou in a nutshell. What is this dialogue? Beautiful, Yosef. It is beautiful dialogue. It is beautiful dialogue. Spirit, YouTube is better. Oh, you're so cute. You are so cute, my pet. Even though you're not my pet. And I see Green is doing the JoJo memes at the moment. If only Dylan was here. In fact, I'm going to message him right now. He should be here, shouldn't he? Discord is all over the place. They keep giving me the same exact notification. Wolf, we met Sakuya. LOL. You missed it. Laughing emoji. I wonder what he's gonna say when he sees that. Oh, James. Oh, James. And Scar too. Scar too. Can I become the chief maid without actually being a maid? Of course you can't. And that's it. So it does seem like we're heading into the 6th stage now. I was actually thinking since we got a game over and we had to use a continue, we wouldn't be able to get to the 6th stage, but seems like we could. And that's good. Alright, I think I should go to sleep now. I see that little typo there. Alright, Yusef. It's nice to see you again, and you know, I'm actually pretty surprised that you actually made it to one of these. You really should be going to sleep though. You know, you gotta pay attention. You gotta make sure you're wide awake and well rested for school. You know, you need to be. It is very important. It is a go to bed. Do I need to send you that meme? In fact, I'm going to send you that meme right now while I have this paused. I'm going to Twitter right now. That's right, I am going through my phone. 600 photos. Just to find this one meme. I know the chat probably won't know what I'm going to send, although I think some of you might know. Go the fuck to sleep. That's perfect, that's perfect. Yeah, everyone knew. Everyone knew. Good night, Yosef. Good night. Watch, Spirit will accidentally quit the game. Oh, I will. That has happened before. That has happened before, James. And he brought back horrible memories. Alright. Let us continue then. 6th stage. Final stage. Rain of Blood over Elysium. The final stage of the game, and this is going to be pretty difficult, yet very short. Most 6th stage final stages are usually very short, but they pull out all of the stops, like this giant volley of attacks at the beginning, and then these circular attacks from these fairies, which unfortunately you're going to have to dodge every single one, and with Marissa's giant hitbox it is very difficult to. Oh, damn it. I was laughing to hide the pain. An unusual person, aren't you? There's nothing about you. Back at you. You really aren't made. See, I had to read that fast because that's how fast the dialogue went. Game, you don't give me any breaks. Especially with bullet patterns and being walled by them. Like that. Strange art, eternal meek. She meeks at me. The maid meeks. And oh, this is very, very fast, and my eyes can't handle all of this fastness. But I was able to get a bomb from it. Nice. If I didn't pick up the bomb, I would have screamed. And for some reason, the moon is scarlet red, the perfect backdrop for this boss battle. Spirit is mine. Oh, you guys are fighting again. Fighting over me, that is. Oh, well, that's okay. But Spirit's too uwu-y. I can't believe I said that. I never said that. I never said I have never said ooh before. I am disappointed in myself to be the one guy alone. I live far away from you guys. Samuel Jackson, go to sleep. That is another perfect meme as well. Good luck finding where I live. James, you know I'll find it one of these days. One of these days! Alrighty, this is the final boss battle, so let's get into it. The battle with the vampire. Here we are. The strange atmosphere is giving me chills. Why do the strong ones always hide? Oh my god, the JoJo meme has come full circle. We're fighting vampires! A skillful hawk does not show its claws. Eternally young Scarlet princess, I think that's what it said. Vermilia Scarlet. You don't seem to have a brain. Oh, she said something, but I accidentally skipped it. Damn it, dialogue. That need a simple organ for cognition. Something about a... Did she talk about a chicken not having a head? That would make the most sense. You're one of those, right? Can't stand the sunlight or smelly vegetables. You can't stand smelly vegetables? Remind me to bring asparagus to my next vampire hunt. Or silver things. Okay, that's a werewolf. That is totally a werewolf. Or is that also for a vampire? You know, the Masters of the Night with tons of weaknesses for some reason. She is totally true, though. She's totally right. Yes, I've always been a sickly girl. Also, I love the arm pose that she's doing. It really does look like something that a JoJo character would do. How neat. Do you really drink it? You know, that? Of course I do. But I'm a light diner and always leave some of the plate. How many people's blood have you sucked until now? How many people have you sucked, Vermilia? Can you remember the number of times you've eaten bread? That is a lot of times. 13 times. That's weird. I usually eat Japanese food. Japanese food doesn't consist of bread? That's a little bizarre. So why did you come here? Also, I think that bread line was sort of a JoJo meme. If it is a JoJo meme, I would have no idea, but I've heard it's a JoJo meme. I am already full. Well, I'm hungry. You can eat me. Oh, I don't like where this is going. I can thus. You're gonna eat a vampire. How weird. Just now, that was the name of a flower. Acanthus. I can't. I can thus. I can't. Marissa, you are amazing. I never realized how similar I am with Marissa. She is so sarcastic and snarky and spunky too. Humans are fun. I know, right? Oh, maybe you're not human. Well, at this point, I really don't think she is anymore. I'm a fun human. Because the moon is so red. It looks like it's going to be a hot night. Looks like it's going to be a cold night. Oh, that is some anime shit at the end. Alright, the final battles. Vermilia Scarlet. And, ooh, this is a pretty intense attack. And I have an itch on my face. I hate when that happens when I'm playing Touhou. There we go. I always get the itches during the final bosses. Damn it. Heaven's Punishment. Star of David. Oh. You know, that probably does look like a Star of David if it were to... I death bombed there. But you know what? I'm terrible at death bombing. Huh. You know, I would genuinely like to see if this does look like a Star of David. If it's zoomed out. And unfortunately, due to Marissa's range, I wasn't able to hit her all that much during that attack. But oh shit! I walled myself there. This is the attack where it shoots in multiple different directions and has different phases to it. Yeah, that was a continue. Unfortunately, that happened. Markiplier. Guys, I'm not Markiplier. He's better than me. Although I will take that compliment. Jesus, I hate these games. Oh, James. It's funny though. Besides, they weren't serious. Dio! Oh yeah, isn't Dio a vampire? At least I heard he's a vampire. If so, then this is basically just fighting Dio. She's gonna eat out the vampire. Oh my. Looks like Marissa isn't the one who's going to be the blow-up doll. Otherwise known as Suck Her Dry. Oh, okay. I think that's it for the sucking jokes there. I need the full power! Give me all your power. And she's going to shoot all directions. But no, she did. And I'm losing myself. I'm going to lose all my lives at this rate. Dark Side, Scarlet Netherworld. This is a really hard spell card that I was never able to get through. This right here. How do you get through that wall of bullets? I don't know. I don't know how you can get through that. But I want to kill her before I have to. Okay, there. Knives! Knives everywhere! This is a pretty easy attack. This is actually pathetically easy. Curse sign, Curse of Vlad Tepes, who, fun fact, is actually one of her descendants. She is a descendant of Vlad Tepes. This is a very weird spell card, because it's all twirly and tipsy-turvy and whirly-purly and all over the place, and she knifed me. Ooh, and she shot a lot there. I think I just avoided something that was really terrible. But I can't tell if I'm actually hitting her at that point. Oh, and now she's turning into a bat and shooting a bunch of bullets at me. And unfortunately, I can only hit her when she's not a bat. And this is the part where you have to stream the bullets. Just tap, small taps, and stream through them, and then attack her as soon as you can, because you want to get down her HP as fast as possible. This is probably the worst of those 3 attacks, because it's very hard to get through, although that part was actually pretty easy. I got a good roll there. This one is very easy, and the fireball is basically the same thing. Yeah. Misstreaming, basically. Scarlet Signs, Scarlet Shoot. This is the tough one. It's like that non-spell that took away all of my lives. She can wall you very easily there. I hate it. I hate this so much. I hate this. Why? Why are you doing this to me, Remilia? Why are you changing my fate so I could lose? This is your fault. I am blaming fate. Red Magic, also known as Scarlet Gensokyo in Lunatic difficulty. Her final spell card, and this is a doozy. It's exactly like Curse of Vlad Tepes, only instead of knives, it's giant bubble bullets, and instead of set direction, it's all over the screen. It is epic music playing, and unfortunately when I use a bomb, she turns into the bat, which makes her completely invulnerable. That's right, bombs can't hurt her, and all you have to do is basically just shoot her down with your Danmaku, with your bullets. This is all a test of endurance. And unfortunately, it's very easy to get walled in this. So I have to use a bomb, but you know, you can't hurt her when you're using the bomb. It's very difficult for a surprisingly very simple final boss attack. Yeah, this attack is pretty simple compared to later Touhou games. And yet, it's still pretty difficult. I have no more bombs, I have 1 more life left. I don't know how many continues I have. So let's see if we can get through this. I think I could get through this. I want to dodge at this at least. I can dodge some of this. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna get walled. I did it! Yeah! But I didn't get a 1cc. Hump the moon before it's too late. Hump the Scarlet Moon. So unfortunately I got the bad ending, because I didn't 1cc the game, but you know what? It's okay. At least I got through it. So what do you guys say? I think you mean Vlad Tepes is her ancestor. Did I say it was her descendant? My bad. I meant ancestor. Oh shit, dialogue is actually going. Crap, it's frustrating. It's not my style to lose in such a small fry. To such a small fry. Now it's hard to say. A dim summer. It'll be a long time before she can see sunlight again. Bad ending number 2. Next time, try to beat normal or better without continuing. Oh, he said it he said it like he was yelling. Okay. Okay, game, you don't need to yell at me. I'll do better next time, I promise. And we have the amazing credits music. So yeah, that was Touhou 6. We did get the bad ending, but you know, I was able to show off all of the stages, you know, barring the extra stage boss, but that's more so for people who have completed the game on a 1cc. But hey, we still beat it. We still got through Vermilia. Damn Spirit is the only one here with humor, apparently. Nah. You guys are funny too. You guys make me laugh. Oh, that sounded so condescending. Stop humping me. Wait, Scar, who's humping you? Oh dear god, no wonder the moon has so many craters. So yeah, I didn't even explain the point of this game, right? I didn't even explain the story or the reason why we were going to the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Well, basically just the entire land of the Touhou characters, which is known as Gensokyo, was covered in a strange magical mist, which you see during this credit screen. And basically the main characters search around and try to stop the people who made the mist. Spoiler alert, it's Vermilia who actually made the mist so that she could venture out into Gensokyo to find humans to suck. Suck them all dry. And you! Oh, he thanked me! I don't deserve your thanks, Zune. I am not worthy enough. Until I get the... Oh, did I actually unlock the extra stage? If I was able to, I would like you to challenge. God knows. Oh man, we actually unlocked the extra stage, right? Oh, I'm gonna have to see that. Spirit Ugh. Wait, when did I make that? Spoopy. I think I made that as well. Well, I might as well put my initials here. Spur. Because that's how I feel right now for using 2 continues. Oh man. 17 misses. That is the spell cards that I did not capture. So yeah, spell card capture 8. I captured 8 spell cards. Those special attacks that the bosses do, those are spell cards. And if you capture them, well, it basically just adds more points to your total score. But I only captured 8, unfortunately. That's a little pathetic, but you know, all in due time. I will practice and continuously get better. We missed 17 times. I think that's the total deaths I got. And 24 bombs. Ooh, that is a lot. Cannot save replay after continuing. Yeah, didn't even want to anyway. Oh well. GG. Yeah, GG. We didn't unlock the extra stage. Yeah, we are supposed to do a 1cc in order to unlock it. Alright, well that was that's fair, of course. It is pretty fair. But you know, like I said, all in due time, we will eventually unlock the extra stage. We are going to continuously be playing through normal mode, of course. We obviously won't be going down to easy, even though that would be easy. We won't be able to go through the 6th stage. And honestly, playing through normal and dealing with all the patterns and trying to memorize them is really the best way you're supposed to play Touhou games. You're supposed to mesmerize. Mesmerize? Wait, memorize. Well, I guess you could be mesmerized by all the bullet patterns, but you probably shouldn't, because then that could lead to death. You're supposed to memorize the patterns and try to find a way out of them. And that's basically how you get through the game without losing lives. And then there's hard and lunatic difficulty for those who just want to challenge. There are people like that, and there are people who can do that. And those people are insane. But yeah, I think this is it for today. Actually, before we finish, I might as well show off just how horrible the Lunatic difficulty really is. You know, I've never really played the Lunatic difficulty before, so let's just show it off for funny sakes, for a bit of laughter and comedy. Let's use the magic missiles like we did before. Let's just see how horrible this becomes. Well, already these things are shooting at me. And my trick of waiting for them to get to this side of the screen is not working. Overall, there's a lot more dense pattern of bullets being shot at me. And it's getting very difficult to collect the power-ups. Ooh, I got through that. I got through that! I am so surprised! I did not see. I did not see where I was. That was my fault. We're not gonna kill you, Rumia. We don't have enough power to do that. But you do have a lot of bullets this time. Surprisingly, not as bad as I expected, though. This is actually pretty tame compared to what I've seen in other games with Lunatic difficulty. Yeah, we couldn't kill her, so we didn't get the prize. Oh no! But we can't kill these things. See, I have that problem. I run into bullets without even looking at where I'm going. I guess I'm just not used to Marissa's speed. She is mostly speed, so you know, it's difficult to assess how fast she truly is. But yeah, I guess the more I play with her, the more I'll get used to her top speed, because she is definitely faster than Reimu. I'm definitely not used to it. I'm already mesmerized, but not by the lights. Oh my, I'm getting sweaty. Gotta go. Remember to hit me up, Spirit. Good night, y'all. Alright, good night, Jinx. I'll stop the stream as soon as I finish with this boss. Which, by the way, is doing the T-pose. Yeah, Rumia doing the T-pose before was cool. She's a total badass. So let's see just how bad she really is. Okay, I can definitely tell that she shoots a lot more bullets. But her patterns are still pretty big, except for that giant thing. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Pretty big. Too big. I wasn't expecting it to wall me so quickly. Night Sign Nightbird. Unfortunately, her spell card names are the exact same. Okay! Very dense. Yeah, I couldn't assess my hitbox's size there. I couldn't tell how I was supposed to get out of there. How unfortunate. Let's see what these lasers are like. Oh, same lasers, just bigger attack with the green bullets. Yeah, overall, it's just a lot more denser. I probably don't want to go through that. Oh, I panicked there. I had a mini heart attack. Whew. Whew, just a lot of whews. I'm a night owl now. This is exactly what Rumia would want me to be. So she could control me with her dark magic. Oh yeah, these things actually aim at your position. This isn't bad. This isn't that bad, except for those things going really, really fast. Overall, a pretty easy stage 1 boss. It's something I expected to fight in a later Touhou game, honestly. Just a lot faster bullet attacks, more dense patterns. Nothing too horrible, and nothing too, nothing that would warrant multiple bombs. But you know what? That was good. That was good playing through that part of playing through Lunatic difficulty. It gave me a better understanding of how difficult these games could be, and it also gave me a better appreciation on how better I am playing Touhou 6, because before I could never get to stage 6, but you know, seeing this live stream, I was able to get to stage 6 and beat Remilia. So, oh look, there's Unknown Wizard. Yep, the extra stage boss battle theme. Unfortunately, we probably won't be seeing that anytime soon. But I will definitely work at trying to memorize. I was about to say mesmerize again. I'll definitely work at memorizing the bullet patterns of this game so I could competently 1cc normal mode. And then once that happens, we'll try out the extra stage. It's all practice and such, you know? Also, this theme right here, one of the best in the Touhou franchise. Probably not my favorite, but it's definitely great. I can definitely see uh, the amazingness of it. Just curious that it's why I asked. Just curious. You guys are all curious, aren't you? It's gonna be a loop, an endless loop of curiousness. Don't forget, guys, curiosity killed the cat. Do we have any cat furries in the chat? I don't think we do. And unfortunately, I don't think the cat yokai is in this game. That's in the next game. But yeah, I think that's it for today. This was Touhou 6. Technically, we got through the game, but you know, I'll play through Touhou 6 again on another live stream session, basically as sort of practice. And next time, we're actually going to use another shot type. We'll either use Marissa's other shot type, or we'll play as Ryu instead and try some of her shot types. You know, we haven't even tried the homing type bullets, which, in my opinion, aren't really that great. Actually, you're seeing it right now in the demo play. So yeah, when enemies appear, the blue bullets, which are the homing amulets, actually hit the enemies. They target them, and you know, it's great for first-time players. They're not powerful though. They really are not powerful. And when you're trying to get through a boss's attack as fast as possible, they more so become a boon than really a bane. Wait, I got that reversed. It's more of a bane than a boon. My bad. But yeah, next time we'll see what other shot type we'll play as. But I think that's it for today. Overall, the live control room is looking pretty good. I'll probably get used to how this this option is eventually. It'll take some time, of course, but you know, we kind of don't have a choice because YouTube is going to delete the classic studio in like a month from now. So, oh well, oh well. But yeah, that's it for today, and for our next live stream session, I am thinking about playing either Majin Tensei or what other games do I have? Well, obviously tomorrow I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy VIII on Twitch. So for those of you who have a Twitch account, be sure to look forward to that. But as for the next YouTube live stream, that'll either be on Tuesday or Wednesday. And I'll either play a bit more Touhou or I'll play Majin Tensei. I'll decide then. Or, you know, you guys in the comment section could leave a decision. You know, you guys have free reign to do that. You know, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that is it for today. I am Spirit RoseWolf, and let me see how I can quit this live stream. So I'm gonna quit through the game. It shuts off the game, and oh, I actually go to the live control room and just end the stream. Okay. A little weird, but I'll take it. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.